interdisciplinary clinic has opened up shop here in the border city, and the two business partners behind the project join me now. First of all, just tell me a little more about Integrated Therapies and Performance.
Integrated Therapies and Performance is a community public service business. Right now, especially in the mental health field and some of the other health fields, in Lloydminster, we've got public agencies and NPOs doing a lot of heavy lifting. These are the people that do the majority of the helping in healthcare in our region, and they do a really great job of it. And on the extreme other end, we have a lot of small sole proprietorships for psychologists or speech and language pathologists or occupational therapists. Our business slots somewhere in the middle. There's a lot of services that require more than one type of clinician. And so we've integrated occupational therapy, speech and language, psychology, and a couple of other fields. So there's certain services that require more than one clinician, and it can be difficult when you're a sole proprietor to address those needs. And there are times where, quite frankly, maybe some of our nonprofit organizations in the area might have a hard time hiring people they need. They might only need somebody for a third of the time, a quarter of the time, what have you. So the goal of our business is really to fill a gap between the large public service agencies and the NPOs and the small single, I guess I'd say the single clinician or the single field businesses. So we're just sort of finding this niche, and our hope is that we can really provide the kind of work to certain clinicians that they're not able to find around Lloydminster otherwise.
Now, just going through the list of all the services that you provide, you offer, it's quite large. Can you tell me a little more about just the work that went into getting this off the ground?
I was able to kind of reconnect with a lot of the people that I have encountered in my past and that were very skilled, and be able to bring them in and kind of build a flexible schedule for them. So if they have other work, whether it's employment or contract work, then we were able to kind of work together, and they could run their own hours, whether it was in person or online or weekends or evenings or whatever works with them, to be able to build what we needed to build. The number of people, I think I signed 2 officially yesterday. So I think right now the total is 14, I believe, of actual direct employees and or contractors that just work under our logo or under our brand.
So that kind of leads me into my next question. I know that you had a big grand opening in December at the end of last year. How has the reaction been from people now since you opened your doors?
It's been very well received. People have been very appreciative of having I think the thing we hear often is they walk in and it's so helpful to have all the services under one roof, that they're able to come, and if they see a psychologist for their child, but maybe their child also has some language processing concerns or academic concerns, that they're able to then connect with a speech pathologist or an educational psychologist, and everybody is under the same roof, and we can work collaboratively. It's very easy. One of the things that that was part of the reason I wanted everybody under one roof was often the disciplines work sort of as islands. So maybe you might get a school-based psychologist to do academic piece, and then you have a counseling psychologist in a private practice doing some work, and then you have a speech pathologist working on language development, and an OT maybe from the school, and everybody, as much as they're all skilled and eager to support that child to the best of their abilities, there's a disconnect, right, in the sharing of information and the ability to really build a wraparound or a holistic plan for that child. As well, it's a lot for parents to try and navigate where to go for which appointments and when, and how to sign release of information forms to provide consent and know who's talking to who and all of those pieces.
Now, I know your new clinic is located in downtown Lloydminster, and for people who are looking to get in touch with you to find out more, how can they do so?
We just bought a building downtown on 5009 50th Street. And we are waiting for our large sign at the top, but apparently COVID slows those things down as well. So there's a little sign on the door. We're not, sometimes it's a little tricky for people to find right now, but you can find us in Google. Anyways, we got our maps in line finally. As far as connecting with us, we have a website. So it's www.huntspsychologicalservices.com. So it goes under, it's still linked to my original name. But, and on that, it has a list of all of our services, all the different people, who's available. And then there's also right through there, we have a link to our secure platform. So we accept referrals. We do accept referrals from doctors or agencies, but we are a self-referral or self-driven agency. So if anybody wants to self-refer or refer their child, they just connect with us. You can book right through our website. So on the Hunt Psychological Services website, there's a book now button, and it just takes us to a secure platform, and you can register and find access to calendars of anybody, or you can call in, you can send a email to the info account, and if you have some questions. So yeah, there's lots of ways to reach us, but definitely can always just connect yourself. You don't have to wait for a doctor to refer or anything like that.